What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. So I have talked about there are a few Nintendo Switch games that might run slower on the Nintendo Switch 2, but they can run a little faster on the Switch 2 apparently though. So for example, if you want to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, the original Nintendo Switch version on the Switch 2, here's the thing. It might run a little slower, but if you have the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can play it though, because it's going to run a little faster than playing it on the original Nintendo Switch version of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, I also noticed the same thing goes with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and also Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and Pokemon Legends ZA. So I see what Nintendo is thinking about right now, because honestly, we have a few Nintendo Switch games that can run slower on the Switch 2, but a lot of Nintendo Switch games can run faster on the Switch 2, like Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and also we have an update of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because it's going to have better graphics and better gameplay on the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 has changed everything. Every generation has changed a lot. And I gotta say, for me though, I do like Nintendo. I actually do like Nintendo, to be honest, because the Nintendo Switch was one of the best consoles Nintendo released, and now they're going to go with the Switch 2. So for me though, I am playing the Nintendo Switch still. I'm just going to wait till I get my Nintendo Switch 2. It may not be till the end of the year, though, which is the thing. Maybe until, like, Christmas time, something. But we don't have to worry about that. So, as I was saying, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe does work faster on the Nintendo Switch 2. But also, Mario Kart World does run faster on the Switch 2. That's the thing, though. But if Nintendo releases like a Nintendo Switch 2 Lite, they would release one. Or even the Nintendo Switch 2 OLED. Like what Nintendo released. Like the Nintendo Switch 2. But they've released the Nintendo Switch Lite, and the Switch OLED. We were supposed to get a Nintendo Switch Pro, but the Switch 2 will do though, because I'm excited that Nintendo would be able to release a few games that might run faster on the Switch 2. And they may do some updates though, which is the thing. So we have Super Mario Odyssey that is also running faster on the Switch 2. Now here's the thing. There are better graphics and better gameplay on the Switch 2. Like for example, a few Nintendo Switch games have to run at least 120 frames per second on the Switch 2. Oh my gosh. But I fixed it. But Minecraft apparently doesn't work good on the Switch 1, but it does work better on the Switch 2 now, though, at least. And also, Fortnite does work well on the Switch 2, which is the thing, though. So here's the thing. A few Nintendo Switch versions can lag on the Switch 1, but it doesn't lag on the Switch 2, because it's that simple. Nintendo also does have to update Nintendo Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. For example, if you want to play a Nintendo Switch game that's on the original Switch and you insert it on the Switch 2, you'll have to update it though, because it will have more better graphics and better gameplay on the Nintendo Switch 2. For example, if you want to insert Animal Crossing New Horizons, you will have to check if there's an update, because Nintendo will do more content update of these Nintendo Switch games for like better graphics and better gameplay on the Nintendo Switch 2. That's what Nintendo is doing right now to update the gameplay on the Nintendo Switch 2. And that's good though, because Nintendo has changed every generation console to make a lot of gaming look way better than the old generation did back in the day. So, I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!